1,700,000 Palestinians displaced. And we have Prime Minister Netanyahu saying, we're in charge of security. We'll stay there as long as we want.
Yeah, Netanyahu keeps changing his position a little bit. I mean, he did say that the other day, and then it sounded like he backed off from that. I think Israel's really, they're thrashing about trying to figure out now what to do. Because militarily, the campaign on the ground to, quote, destroy Hamas is not going that well. It's going very slowly. And they are proceeding cautiously in terms of inserting ground troops and launching attacks on specific locations from the ground. Their air campaign has been indiscriminate. They keep killing the civilians, and the images of dead women and children, particularly babies, keep popping up on social media. They're spreading throughout the Arab and Muslim world. They're spreading actually throughout the rest of the world. In Europe, it's evoking tremendous protests in France, in the UK, this is the momentum of it's growing, and Israel is finding itself increasingly isolated. Just the other day, you had over 50 foreign ministers and leaders of Arab and Muslim nations assemble for an emergency meeting of the Arab Islamic Council in Saudi Arabia. So just the fact that they're coming together that quickly to speak out about this means that Israel's not winning friends; they're losing friends.
Let me show you how out of touch with reality is the American government. Jake Sullivan for Chris on who governs Gaza.
Secretary Blinken has been clear that it's the West Bank and Gaza that need to be under unified control, and the Palestinian Authority likely to govern that. It doesn't sound like the Netanyahu government is on the same page as the Biden administration, because the prime minister said something very different just yesterday.
Well, from our perspective, the way forward, the basic principles of the way forward are straightforward. And this is something that Secretary Blinken laid out publicly this past week. No reoccupation of Gaza, no forcible displacement of the Palestinian people. Gaza can never be used as a base for terrorism in the future, and Gaza's territory should not be reduced. Secretary Blinken also said that ultimately we do want to see the reconnection, the reunification of control between the West Bank and Gaza under Palestinian leadership. The Palestinian Authority is the current leadership on the West Bank. But ultimately, it's going to be up to the Palestinian people to decide their future, who governs them.
There haven't been elections held in ages.
Support a process. Well, that's right, Margaret. There haven't been elections held since the early 2000s. But post October 7th, we can't go back to the way things were on October 6th.